2-0 versus the Bear this year, please. Yes. Amen, man. Amen. And I'll tell you what's going to help you go 2-0 versus the Bears is guys like this right here. Tim, I don't know if you've seen this clip or not, but this is Christian Watson picking up a first down. I think this was on a 3rd and 1. And Matt LaFleur, I don't know if he called a passing player. If they can to it, we'll break that down on Chalk Talk tomorrow. But hit him on a crosser on a 3rd and 1, goes out of bounds. This dude was hanging all over him trying to tackle him. And as I pointed out, the image really tells the whole story. But I said the genuine concern on the Giants sideline for this player who just found out Christian Watson's a grown-ass man, and a laughing emoji. Look at everybody looking at him like, is he alive? Look at his leg. He's underneath the bench, and his legs are vertically in the air. After Christian and the guy tries to tackle him, and Christian just kind of shrugs it off like it ain't nothing, like a little gnat. You're talking about, 6'5", 225 pounds of solid muscle right there. Yeah,
I know Christian, it's not a high-def photo, but look at the bros on the bench looking down like, what the hell is going on?
Like, can we not get a breather in peace here, please? Like, we're all the way at the end of the bench, too. These guys crack me up, Tim. All of them are like, oh.
Somebody come look at this.
That's going to make the highlight reel or the low light reel, I should say. So, as Chuck Jagger says, you guys want to see a body?
Yeah, y'all want to see a dead body? I love it.
Absolutely. All right. So, again, Christian Watson's on one right now, man.
Yeah.
And you can just feel the momentum building, and his hands have gotten better. So, you've still got the speed. He's shown that. You've still got the frame. He's put on muscle. He's a leader in the locker room. His teammates respect him. He's got the right mindset. You could tell he's just dialed in. He's got that new dad strength, as we all know. This guy, I'm telling you, he's poised to really go to the next level. I've seen enough, Tim. I know we got the extension. He's under contract next year.
Oh, yeah.
Get this dude locked up. We need another. And what sucks is you got to wait a year from the previous extension. But as soon as you get to that date, get this dude locked up. This is going to be your number one corner, your deep threat. We showed you him playing X just a second ago. He can play X. He can play Z. He can line up in the wing. He can do all these different things. Him, Matthew Golden, and Jaden Reed in the future is a very, very exciting thing.
Pay that man his money.
Exactly. And speaking of Christian, that clip I showed you earlier, I did a side-by-side with the Brett Favre thing. I posted the original video earlier, okay? If you guys want to just watch it real quick. The music, we'll drum it down here. And there's that spiral we were talking about, man. Just a beautiful pass, just did on its own.
I'm going to keep mentioning it on a high snap that he had to juggle a little bit before he released it.
Absolutely. And there's Christian going up and getting it. And, of course, showing this because Papa Scoot, Christian's dad, said that's pretty cool. Those two dudes also may be rather decent football players. Amen to that. I think that's the understatement of the day. So Christian Watson doing great things. And here's what's cool, Tim. I don't want to say kind of left off our list sometimes because we always try to put respect on Romeo Dobbs' name. He's one of the unsung heroes on this offense, on this team. I want him back. It's just we've talked about it. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. Like, we all want him back. I'm just thinking it may not be in the roster modeling for the Packers because you're going to have to pay Christian Watson eventually. You're going to have to pay Jaden Reed eventually, right? And you got to pay Tucker Kraft too. As soon as he proves he's good after the ACL, I have no worries there. But Romeo Dobbs, man, he just continues to play selfless. And this play right here, I just said no block, no rock. Romeo Dobbs doing that dirty work, digging out the safety on this Emmanuel Wilson touchdown run. Again, we'll break this down extensively tomorrow on Chalk Talk at 6 p.m. Central. And what a great play design by Matt LaFleur. So as you can see here, I'm going to highlight Romeo Dobbs up top, okay? So what position is he playing? They just shifted. They started with a 2x2 set, a dub set. This is 12, strong left. They're in a nasty split, right?
Yep,
so it was
again. Love these condensed sets from Matt.
So it was somewhat a balanced set. 2x2 is all Dubs means, guys. And he's on the line of scrimmage. That makes him the X. That makes Christian the Z down here. Okay, now they shift that to the left, which makes it a true X, boundary X, short side of the field. You see Jordan changes the play, right? So he cans, I'm assuming, to a run. It could have been two. It could have been two running plays, and he went from one running play to the other. It could have been a passing play, and he went to a running play. We don't truly know, right? You see barking out orders. Now look at Christian going to line up in the wing there, right behind the tight ends. So when you see that, you're probably thinking of some kind of switch release out here with the tight ends, right? And he just canned. So watch what happens with Rome. This is a beautiful play design. You can tell this is coached up for Rome. Don't even block the corner in front of you. Go straight and dig the safety out. Let Emmanuel Wilson have the corner. You dig the safety out, right? So watch this play unfold. Ball snapped. Look at Rome. Streaks to the inside, and look him dig the safety out. Bang, right there. That's what gets you the touchdown.
Fundamentals.
Yeah. Beautiful rep. Absolutely gorgeous rep by Romeo Doubs. Selfless player. And knowing Christian Watson's on that side, if you look at this set from the defense, you're probably thinking they got to be running left here. They got both tight ends over there. They got Christian over there, Tim. They got to be running left. And what did they do? They went weak side run, and bang, Romeo with the key block. I just wanted to highlight that.
I'm glad you did, man, because, I think a lot of fans, all they're looking at are, looped clips of Rome dropping a couple of balls yesterday and not realizing that, it's plays like that really help your football team. We talked about Chris Brooks this morning, with the crucial block on that tutter. Here's another great example of Rome just picking his team up and, playing within the scheme and doing the little things, right? No block, no rock. Indeed, man. I love it. That's a staple of this Matt LaFleur offense for sure.
No block, no rock.
And what's cool is like, okay, we showed you a clip of Matthew Golden running butt naked through the trailer park. Great scheme, great route, everything. 2 or 3 steps ahead of the Giants defense. Great throw from Jordan Love. But you see Matthew Golden on that route, right across corner. We've seen Christian line up in the X, the Z, and the F yesterday. Okay. And again, in the wing position or the wing location a couple times as well, which might as well be tied in. Okay. So he's all over the joint. We've shown you Matthew Golden playing the X position. We've shown Romeo Doubs, who's truly your X, playing F most of the year. He's been jumping around playing a little F, a little flyer. So you got these guys mixing and matching constantly, right? We showed last week Wicks making a couple key catches, one on 1st and 10 where he caught an out route, another one on a crucial 3rd down that kind of kept you in that ball game against the Eagles coming right down to the wire. The receiving core is just really, really exciting. And we haven't got Jaden Reed back. We get Jaden Reed back on Thanksgiving, hopefully Thanksgiving, if he's good to go. We'll know real soon if they're going to open that window up. I think Matt talked a little bit about that earlier. He kind of hinted at they'll probably be opening up that window soon. This receiving core is about to get healthy. Now, it sucks you're still without Tucker Kraft. You're going to be without him until next year, but you got to make do. And you could see Matt's already positioning himself going, okay, let me get some good blocking tight ends in here and try to establish the run game a little bit. And now we're going to work off of that, which they did against the Giants. So I've seen some people responding to the tweets, Tim, and they were like, so is Matt just waiting to empty his bag until the playoffs? Is that why this just got broke out? No, this is all building. It's not like he's sitting back going, I'm going to run that play in week 6. No, you're looking at the tape, you're looking at the game plan and going, okay, we need to attack them this way. All right, let's build a game plan around this. We're going to install this formation, these set of plays, and then let's play off of that when teams start to adjust and bite down on it. It's a similar approach to what Hafley's doing on defense, knowing he's going to have to make adjustments. They've got the next install already ready to go when you're ready to flip the switch and go, okay, guys, now we're going here. Right. So
it's a week-to-week league, man. One game at a time, one matchup at a time, right? We as fans, we get that bird's eye view. We tend to look at seasons as one big movie, and it doesn't work that way, right?
All right. And then as Coach Lynn says, we got a Swiss Army knife with Wiley also. Wiley kind of reminds me of another player. I'm going to say a name here, and you guys, most of you will probably know what I'm talking about. But Tom Crabtree, how he could block. He could block. He could catch passes. He was more of that kind of that U tight end, right? Where you're just working him inside and letting him block, but then you occasionally leak him out. I always think of the fake field goal we ran. I believe it was a fake field goal where they pitched the ball to him, or maybe and took off. It might have been a fake punt too, but whatever it was, Crabtree was absolutely awesome. So I kind of get that vibe with Wiley. Does he remind you of any other tight ends? Obviously, you don't look at Wiley and think Jermichael Finley or think, any Bubba Franks or anybody like that. But is Crabtree, do you think that's a good comparison there?
I do. Kind of gives me Ben Sims vibes too, to get a little more recent memory. Unfortunately, he's a Viking now, but to your point, that's what Matt wants, right? We need tight ends that can play that way. And I think Wiley strikes me as a guy that he can, you're not going to replace Tuck Norris, right? But I think he can fill that void nicely for us throughout this year, and he's going to be clutch down the stretch. Played damn good yesterday. We'll take it.
Yeah, Joe makes a great point. Says Wiley looked like Tucker being that wide open. And that's the thing we pointed out with Tucker Kraft. You're not going to find bigger Tucker Kraft fans than the guys right here. There's nobody on our panel that that hangs out on this show that doesn't think Tucker Kraft's a superstar. We were talking about it last year. Because the advanced metrics, like we're kind of highlighting a lot of this stuff with Jordan. We were talking about this stuff with Tucker. Like I remember putting a tweet out early this year said, "You can be disappointed, but don't you dare act surprised when Tucker Kraft becomes a superstar this year." And bang, he blew up right out of the gate. It's not because I'm so smart. It's all over the tape, and all the advanced metrics were suggesting he just needs more touches. Now, with that being said, you've got to be real too and point out it's not like Tucker Kraft is creating separation in tight windows, right? Matt was scheming his ass open, and he was running through people's faces. He can scheme Wiley open the same way that he can scheme Tucker open. I said that about Musgrave, but unfortunately, Musgrave's not going to run through tackles. Wiley kind of looks like
I think Riley might run through an MFer's face. You never know. I think he's got that in him for sure.
I believe it, man. He seems like he plays the game the right way. Fitzpatrick, to me, seems to have taken a little bit of a back seat to what Wiley can do, and you play the hot hand. But don't be surprised if Fitzpatrick starts to step up later too, because what will happen is you get 3 or 4 tutters under Wiley's belt, especially shifting him from U to H, a pre-snap. All of a sudden, teams start keying in on him, leaking out and everything. Don't be surprised if Fitzpatrick starts running butt naked out of 12 personnel here soon, right? So again, everything's building off each other in real time and playing to that over pursuit, that over analytics, I guess you could say. So, I agree, Coach. Coach says Fitz is our wide, definitely, and Wiley plays more of that U, where he can shift into H and kind of become a fullback almost, right? And I love those 2-back sets that Matt LaFleur's been mixing and matching too. So, all right. So that's going to do it for the wide receiver / tight end talk. Let us know in the comments if you're watching this video back later. How do you feel about the wide receiver room? Are we too optimistic? Or are we maybe not optimistic enough? We want to know how you feel. Who's your sleeper? Like, you got a wide receiver that you look at and go, man, you guys are really overlooking this guy. I think he's going to take the next step. It may be Malik Heath. After not getting to travel with the team, it may light a fire under him, and he may be the next guy to step up. So, let us know in the comments what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. And that is going to do it for hour 1. For those of you listening on the pod, we will see you on the other side for hour 2, where we are going to break down a whole lot of stuff, the DB room, and we're going to jump into the PFF grades as well. We'll see you over there. Appreciate you.
For those of you listening on the pod,
welcome into hour 2. I ain't heard that in a while. I keep forgetting to